It definitely gives you a sense of discipline because to play any sport, you have to be disciplined. And we try and take these players off the street because if they have got nothing to do, they do something else that we don't really want them to do.
In any sport, more especially soccer, if there is no discipline, you won't go anywhere.
Soccer has changed a lot of lives.
At the shores of Table Bay lies the most diverse city in South Africa. Cape Town encompasses the natural beauty and unique culture of the South African spirit. As the oldest city and legislative capital, Cape Town flourished due to the succession of the Dutch, English, French, and Second English occupation. The ownership then shifted from the old South African era to its current government of the new Democratic Republic of South Africa. While establishing Cape Town, the region became dependent on slaves captured from outlying countries. The city honors its past by celebrating their emancipation in the annual Minstrel Carnival. This historic festival echoes through the city streets as animated dancers and musicians make their way downtown. Thousands of spectators watch the mirage of painted faces and ornate costumes that catch the eyes and ears of South Africans and tourists alike. What most of these tourists never see is the final destination of the parade route, the townships. The townships are home to millions of South Africans. These concentrated areas are greatly impacted by the HIV/AIDS epidemic. In 1999, the United Nations estimated the life expectancy to drop from 68 years old to 48 by 2010. Several organizations such as Bapamulele Children's Home have developed a safe haven for destitute children. These establishments have given the youth of Cape Town a sense of hope. However, this hope is short-lived. In the run-up to the World Cup in 2010, the city of Cape Town has made it a priority to develop its transportation infrastructure. One of the major projects is the expansion of the Cape Town International Airport. This initiative is in response to the expected increase in tourism due to the rapidly approaching 2010 FIFA World Cup.
The whole airport plan and the whole city plan has come together to look beyond face of 2010 but into the future, how do we best develop a transport node, a transport plaza and systems of transport going forward.
The goal of this system is to seamlessly connect the tourist from their arrival to their lodging in the world-renowned Victoria and Alfred waterfront. The waterfront is an oasis of luxury and worldly treasure dating back over 140 years. It is home to the historic clock tower, the old breakwater prison, and the Robben Island embarkation building. This historically rich and culturally diverse area is one of South Africa's most visited tourist attractions. The waterfront is merely footsteps away from the new Greenpoint Stadium.
This stadium has arguably one of the most beautiful and scenic locations in the world. It has Table Mountain and the flanking mountains as a backdrop. It looks across the Atlantic Ocean to Robben Island. It's right next door to Table Bay. It overlooks the Boerland mountain ranges, the Cape Flats, and we had to have a structure here that harmonized with that. So we went for a sloping design and a translucent facade. FIFA wanted a stadium that could seat a minimum of 68,000 people in order for us to host a semi-final. The higher the match order you host, the more people come, the more people watch, and the more the lasting benefits for your host city are. 8 matches will be played here, some first, second round matches, quarterfinal as well as a semi-final. The name of the stadium is the Greenpoint Stadium, but that is simply a working title because of its location. As you can see, I'm wearing a Team Greenpoint shirt with the number 10, and all of the workers here on site wore similar uniforms. And when the pitch was not as busy, they would actually be playing soccer here and practicing their kicks here right on the pitch. As the pitch got busier, they actually played off-site just outside of the stadium perimeter. They actually had teams amongst themselves as well as other clubs, and it's really built a sense of excitement and soccer enthusiasm here on the construction site. So it seems they don't only have construction talents, but also football talents.
South Africa's beautiful noise, the vuvuzela, is not only a trumpet, but a symbol of this country's favorite sport. This commonly used horn made of plastic creates a noise that resembles the sound of an elephant. Originally, vuvuzelas were made from a kudu horn and used as a way to gather villagers. Some say the word vuvuzela is a slang word used in the townships meaning shower, hence, showering people with music.
Now in South Africa, they use this as just a one-off, one instrument playing with other instruments and just punctuating. But in Central Africa, they use several of these instruments tuned of different lengths, so producing different notes. When you go to soccer matches in South Africa, you find that there are something like 2,000 or 3,000 people holding each one of these. What we've tried to do is basically say, look, this vuvuzela is a musical instrument. It makes a sound. Anything that makes a sound, you can make music if you organize that sound. La musique adoucit les mœurs, they say in French. Music makes you much gentler, a much better person. Can you imagine 3,000 of these vuvuzelas blowing together the same rhythm? That is really kind of, I'm dying to hear that in 2010.